When we try to graph a function with an absolute value in it, some interesting things start to happen. Now, it's sort of helpful to consider that we've kind of got two cases here. We can consider what happens when x is greater than or equal to 0. Why have I said greater than or equal to 0? Well, because the absolute value of 0 is still 0. The absolute value of 1 is still 1. The absolute value of 2 is still 2. So when x is positive, really what we're going to be looking at here is a graph of pretty much y equals x, which we know goes something up like this. And I confirm that by doing a table of values here. I've put in here x, and instead of y, I've put the absolute value of x. But if we're graphing y equal to the absolute value of x, I could say this is also y, because they're equal to each other. So we can put either one down there. Now, if I'm graphing this, I've got 0, 0, 1, 1, 2, 2, 3, 3. And this is our line y equals x that we should be really familiar with, going up at 45 degrees. But as we say x is less than 0, for example, when x is minus 1, putting it inside this absolute value bracket will take that negative off it and make it 1. Minus 2 will become 2. So as we come out this side, we see some symmetry because we see the line bouncing up again like this. Now, why does this happen? It happens because what we've said here is that if the absolute value of x can't be less than 0, then y also can't be less than 0. So as this line approaches down this way and it's looking to head into negative territory, it's almost like it gets to here and the x-axis says, no, you can't go any further than this. I'm going to have to turn you around, and it just bounces it back up the other side. And that's why these graphs always have this symmetry here. And you might notice straight away that this is an even function. Now, we've already done the test for even functions last lesson. We found that an even function says that the function of x is equal to the function of minus x. And that just means that if you put in a number, say 2, the function of 2, and you'll get this, well, the function of minus 2 will give you the exact same number. You'll also notice that this is an example of two x coordinates both having the same y coordinate. So it's a case of many to 1. Now these things are all starting to line up. That's why they've grouped them all together in this chapter called Transformations and Symmetry. What we're getting here is symmetry. And we always get this bouncing down as soon as it gets to the x-axis.